future of humanity and how we're going to live lies in these alternate and parallel worlds. And dreaming about these technologies isn't just going to cut it. I want to take this sci-fi dream, turn it into a reality, and revolutionize the VR and AR industry. Thank you.
That's a prodigy child right there. Just this morning, TEDx Toronto announced this year's speaker list, which included its youngest speaker in its running.
14-year-old Sabarish Nandamurthy is here, and we're happy to have him, the world's youngest augmented reality developer. Sabarish, thank you for being here, dude.
Thank you for having me here.
No problem.
You're already working with Microsoft. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
How did this love begin with augmented reality, and what's the other one? You have two.
Augmented and virtual reality.
Oh, and virtual reality. Okay, at 14.
That's what we stick at, yeah.
Yeah, so this whole passion around it started at this program called the Knowledge Society. It's a human accelerator program based here in Toronto where they expose us to emerging technologies and sciences and help us build our passions in these space so eventually we can become exceptional people who can solve some of the world's hardest problems. And at this program, I got exposed to virtual and augmented reality. And when I first tried out the headset, I got super excited with how much possibility there is with these headsets and what you can do with them, and I immediately wanted to get started in developing with it. Yeah.
Well, the thing that's really cool is you get excited. Older people get a little bit nervous and scared. So, you know, the future is what you're working on. So what do you say to the older audience that is kind of like, we're a little bit nervous about this?
We watch those movies like iRobot. We see what happens with artificial intelligence. But what do you think about that? Are we going too quickly when it comes to advancing in our technology?
So I think right now, like for example, with your example with artificial intelligence, I think everyone who's developing AI is always thinking about that. And for the everyone else in the world, that's always been a concern because they've been watching all these sci-fi movies like Avengers, Age of Ultron, all those types of movies, and this is that picture that they have in their mind. And I think we should be mindful of that, but keep building the technology, because if we didn't have smartphones right now, or laptops right now, or the internet we have right now, the world wouldn't be where it's at right now. And VR and AR is the next steps from all types of consumer devices. It's the next step from smartphones, and I think it's super important to be mindful, but also approach it in a way where we're able to build the technology out in a right way.
So explain, what is augmented reality and how would you see it being used in everyday life?
So augmented reality is basically adding digital objects on top of our existing environment and making it look like using these lenses that can be used from your phone or on this headset, where you can make it look like they're objects in front of you. That's essentially what it is, and it can get more complicated eventually. And right now, for example, you can place something on this table that's not actually there and be able to have it there in these lenses and be able to look at it. And this can go even further with things like spatial mapping, where you can actually map out your whole surface, put like, for example, a whole sofa here, or create a completely new room. And that's basically what augmented reality is. And virtual reality, on the other hand, is basically creating a whole new world around you, not putting something onto the existing world, but creating a whole new one.
Yeah, I'm like, I just feel way less smart. Like, this is it right here.
This is the future.
But TEDx Toronto, that's why they approached him.
Yeah, exactly. They did. They contacted you. You are very much our future, and we're in good hands with you there. Like you said, it's one thing to advance and how it can definitely help our lives, advance medicine, technology, environmental issues, but we do have to be mindful the entire time. How much information are we giving up? Is it too much control that we're actually, giving up to technology?
Yeah.
So we're in safe hands with you. Thank you so much.
Sabarish, thank you so much. And don't forget, this year's TEDx Toronto is taking place on Friday, October 26th. They'll feature over more than 14 speakers, including Sabarish right here. And yes, you need to listen to him, man. Tickets are now on sale. Visit TEDxToronto.com.